Now let's shift our attention to Afghanistan. The Islamic State has struck a major blow to the Taliban. They took out Khalil Haqqani. He was the refugee minister of the Taliban. Khalil Haqqani was targeted by a suicide bomber just as he was about to leave his office. And this man was a key figure in the Taliban government. He was the uncle of Sirajuddin Haqqani, the interior minister of Kabul. The Taliban took power in Kabul in 2021, and since then they have waged a war against ISIS-K, the Islamic State Khorasan. ISIS-K, it is the local branch of the Islamic State, and this attack was a message to the Taliban. It shows how the ISIS still remains a serious threat to their rule in Afghanistan.
It was a daring and brutal strike. As Khalil Haqqani was leaving his office, the suicide bomber struck. The blast killed 7 people, including Haqqani himself. This attack strikes at the core of the Taliban's government, and it came from a long-standing enemy, the Islamic State Khorasan. Since 2021, when the Taliban returned to power, ISIS-K has been challenging their rule. Suicide bombings have been their go-to tool. Yesterday's attack may be the Taliban's biggest setback yet. Khalil Haqqani was part of the Haqqani network. It's a powerful faction of the Taliban. He was also designated a global terrorist by the United States. But to his peers, Haqqani was more than just a leader. He was an elder statesman and a war hero, one who was working to rehabilitate refugees returning to Afghanistan from countries like Pakistan and Iran. He was also the uncle of Sirajuddin Haqqani, the Taliban's acting interior minister. The strike is a blow for Afghanistan's new rulers. It couldn't have come at a worse time. There are whispers of internal strife within the Taliban. These tensions stem from some recent decisions. The Taliban's supreme leader, Habibatullah Akhundzada, has made deeply unpopular moves. Recently, he banned women from attending medical colleges, including nursing schools. Leaders like Sirajuddin Haqqani have opposed such restrictions. The Interior Minister has pushed for a more pragmatic approach. He has argued for allowing girls to attend school beyond the 6th grade. He has also advocated for women to return to work in government offices. His uncle's death will further inflame these internal tensions. Since 2021, they have strengthened their grip on power, but groups like the ISIS-K have still managed to mount fresh attacks. Every year, Afghanistan witnesses dozens of bombings and suicide attacks. ISIS-K has been behind several of them, and they constantly target Taliban officials. The ISIS-K is trying to undermine their rule. That's why the strike on Khalil Haqqani is a major victory for them. The attack yesterday threatens more than the Taliban's control. It challenges their unity. It highlights the growing difficulties in maintaining their leadership. While ISIS-K poses the greatest danger, other threats also persist. The National Resistance Front is one such rival. This anti-Taliban faction includes former members of Afghanistan's deposed government. As of today, the Taliban is still stronger and has more resources, but they're starting to look vulnerable.